Happy 100th week, boys and girls. We've been doing a whole bunch of things, getting ready for our 100th day of school. And finally, this Friday, we're going to celebrate the 100th day. So the homework this week is going to be talking about 100. The first thing that I'm going to do to get ready for our homework today is read you a story called 100 is a Family by Pam Ryan, and it's illustrated by Ben Ray Huang. And in this story, she starts off counting all by ones, and then as the story progresses and she gets to 10, then she'll start counting by tens. And this is a neat book about all the things you could do with your family, and then it also is talking about taking care of the earth. So 100 is a family. 1 is a family finding a place to call home. 2 is a family starting a new life of their own. 3 is a family counting the sparkling stars at night. 4 is a family waking to morning's first light. 5 is a family planting seedlings in the ground. 6 is a family eating and passing bread around. 7 is a family keeping traditions of the past. 8 is a family quilting strong stitches that last. 9 is a family remembering other times and places. 10 is a family cheering runners around the bases. Now here's where it starts counting by tens. 20 is a family hiking on dusty mountain trails. 30 is a family listening to campfire tales. 40 is a family bringing the ripened harvest in. 50 is a family mending after an angry wind. 60 is a family sharing a neighborhood street. 70 is a family fixing a festive place to meet. 80 is a family singing a round of joyful songs. And 90 is a family knowing they all belong. 100 is a family caring for the fragile universe. And now it's back to 1. And making life better for everyone on Earth. So that's a nice story that'll lead us into Earth Day later on in February and March. So after we read the 100 story to get ready to work, today we've been really practicing these numbers to 100. So what I've done is I have a list of 100, but some of the letters or some of the numbers are missing. So what I'd like for you to do is see how many of these you can fill in on your own. And then I'm also going to include a 100 chart that you can use as a peek sheet. But if you would, I want you to try to see how many of those you can do without the peek sheet. And then we'll also include this to make sure that we're now able to count and try to write the numbers to 100, making sure we're not getting any of those in reverse. So on your 100 chart, make sure you put your name at the top of this so that I know that that is yours. And because we are doing so much with 100, when you're finished with your homework this week, we're going to give you a special treat that I'm going to show you because this is going to be some work this week figuring this out. I have what are some of the word wall words that we have practiced, and then some words that we haven't really practiced as word wall words, but they're very common in books, down here below. When you see these words, like this is the word saw, you're going to color it green. So you're going to go down the list, and whenever you see the word saw, you're going to just color in that one square green. And I want you to follow along, and I see right here is the word saw, so I would color in this one square green. You're going to keep going and read what color every single word is. A lot of these have already been word wall words, except for some of these, like then is, we've known that that's the word the. Just put an N on the end and put, but we already talked about how last week that that's just like the word wall word but it's spelled a different way. We have all of these as our word wall words except for they, but again, that's the, add a Y. And then I think you won't have any problem with looked because it's look and put an ED on the end. each one of these words sometimes might duplicate colors. Like have is colored blue, but yet so is with. But what you have to do is just find where the word is, color in that square, and then there's going to be a hidden picture on here that we want you to try to figure out at the end. So let's see if you can figure out what that hidden picture is. And when you come back to school, tell me. Don't tell the other kids until they do it on their own. We'll see if we can keep it a surprise. And then this is a sheet where we have taken some of the word wall words and we're putting some of them into sentences and some of them into questions, where we're trying to see if you can read like talking instead of sounding like a robot. So underneath, like this is come with me to see the cat. A lot of those are word wall words. Some of them that aren't, though, are those CVC words that we've practiced, stretching out beginning, middle, and ending sounds down here at the bottom. So we're going to practice these, see how fluent you can read with them, see how well you can read, and remember if it's a question, at the end we're going to read it like a question, like what can you see? And read it like it has a question mark at the end. Then down here at the bottom, we've got some of those CVC words. We're going to see if you can stretch them by doing beginning, middle, ending sounds, and see if you can read these to someone in your family. So after you do those 3 activities, we're going to make sure that we turn this in, put our name on the front. You are going to get a I Am 100 Days Smarty when you are finished with your work this week, because I know that writing to 100 may make your hand hurt a little bit, so you might want to break this up and do it in a couple of different settings. So for next time, and I can't wait to see you after we've celebrated the 100th day. So thanks a lot.